Yeah.
Not
I
in vote.
don't know if she's or not. I don't know if she's taking control. Because it seems when we start it from here,
Oh, that's when it goes
it
funky.
does whatever and it doesn't work. So when she does it.
So you ready? 5:30, we'll call the meeting to order. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next on the agenda is approval of the minutes. They're in your packet. Any additions or corrections?
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the minutes. Any other discussion?
Was there both in there? No. They're all under one file. Oh, yeah. Here we go. I just read them all and didn't see the heading. So yes, my motion still stands.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. Treasurer's checks.
Move to approve.
Motion and a second to approve the treasurer's checks. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Frith,
Aye.
Bulk.
Aye.
Wilhelmie,
Aye.
Gessner.
Aye. Motion carried. Approval of the agenda. Commissioner Frith would like to add the home rule. We'll add that to unfinished business. Anything else for the agenda? Is there a motion to approve?
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the amended agenda. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. Jason, you're up.
There we go. All right. Hello. We'll get started with, I received a call from Morris Seal Coat on Thursday, I believe it was Thursday afternoon or Friday morning. They have 300 to 400 ton of class 41M left over from a project in Walsh County. I would like a motion to buy that for our projects for next summer. So that I'm asking for a motion. I don't know an exact amount, but they're at $23 a ton. So we're looking around $6,000 to $8,000 there.
Second.
That's actually a cleaner, better chip than we used before you guys spoke. But
Motion and a second to approve that purchase on this year's bills, correct? You pay
Yes.
for it,
Yep.
Okay. Any other discussion? All in favor, say, do we need we're not paying the bills, so we don't, okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried.
next, we had Tri-State Paving give us a quote for the salt shed floor. We called around, tried to get Knife River to give us a quote, but they were unable to right at this point. They're busy, so they didn't want to get tied to that. So the quote came in for a 6-inch asphalt floor inside the salt facility. It'll be $19,040. Again, this is just a quote. We haven't done the work yet, but so I'd like to ask for a motion to accept this quote. And this is a budget item for 2025.
Move to approve.
Motion and a second to approve the bid for the asphalt for the salt shed. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried.
Next, moving on, we have paver patches. Again, this was Tri-State who gave us the quote for this. There are actually 5 sites. There's one on Ramsey County 3 north of Hamden from 2 years ago. Ramsey County 8 by Lawton has 2 from 2 years ago, and then 2 from this year from culvert installations. With the mileage and all the work involved with that, the quote came in at $49,823. They'll be doing some extra mix they're going to use in front of our shop to touch up some of that. Kevin also had this in his previous budget. So I'd like a motion for that, please.
Second.
Motion and a second to accept the quote of $49,823 for the patchwork. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried.
Morris Seal Coat completed the chip seal projects for 2025. That was Ramsey County 1, Walleye Drive, Military Road, the Terminal Road, and Ramsey County 8 from Webster to 3. So they have submitted their bill for $436,782.78. I would like a motion to pay that, and that falls well under what we budgeted.
So moved.
Motion and a second to pay Morris Seal Coat $436,782.78. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Frith,
Aye.
Volk,
Aye.
Wilhelmie,
Aye.
Gessner,
Aye. Motion carried.
Next we need, would like to ask for a motion for Dahlman Services for the painting of the chip seal projects, and that came out at $32,217.78.
Second.
Motion and a second to pay Dahlman Services $32,217.78 for painting roads after the chip seal. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Frith,
Aye.
Volk, Wilhelmie,
Aye.
Gessner,
Aye. Motion carried.
The next one I'd like to ask for a motion for is we are about out of gravel in the Devil's Lake yard. So I called for quotes for gravel for the Devil's Lake stockpile. I had $20,000 that we had as a budget line item for this. So I worked the numbers as tight as I could there. So I'm looking to purchase 1,300 yards from Close Construction at $15 a yard for $19,500 delivered. So I would like to ask for a motion to purchase the gravel. Yeah, we usually get $20,000 worth when we need it. And we need it right now. We're really,
Blaine,
I mean,
reach over there and hit his button.
I hope not. It would be nice to get 2,000, but I just don't know. We still got the Benson County project and a few things that we gotta square away. I talked to them today, but we could always probably get more at the end if we need it before it frees up somewhere.
Surplus of money.
Right.
Get it to that 2,000 yards. I think it was 2,000.
It usually is around that figure, but I don't know. We had 20,000 in the line, so I don't know.
700 yards is quite short.
Yeah.
Right.
You said you asked for bids on this, Jason?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got quotes on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
$15 a yard delivered is a very good price
Yeah.
compared to some of them, but some are higher. Obviously they're all higher. This is the lowest quote. So
I'll make a motion to get the 1,300 yards at $15.
Second.
Motion and a second to accept the quote from Close Construction for yard gravel. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried.
And like I say, I just worked the numbers back on that. So that's where I came up with that figure. The soft spots on Ramsey County 4, I tried to send a thing late to the guys. I don't know if you got it or not, but to try to explain what was going on there. When we called for the first quotes, they came in at $179,502. Well, on site 4, we had to double the quantity in gravel, which was an extra 733 yards. We'd only figured it at a 12-foot cut when we called for quotes, and it was supposed to be a 24-foot. So I had half the material on there. So that quote right there is wrong by $18,875. And we caught it when we started looking at it again is when I caught it. And then I called Brett Close and explained to Paul too what was going on there, or shared with Paul, I guess. But anyway, so we, so long story short, when we got into it and started ordering material for it after we agreed to do it, the rolls of fabric only come now in 15 feet. And that was every contractor I contacted after Close called me with that. So we have a couple choices. We can widen the cuts either out to 15 feet or keep them at 12. If we widen the cuts to 15 and 28 feet instead of 12 and 24 because of the overlap on the wide ones, it's going to cost us around $40,000 more. Put the total project up to $238,334.50. If we leave it with the correction and then the add-on of materials, we'll be at about $209,000. And if we leave it and just waste the $10,000 worth of material that we still have to pay for, we come back to that $198,000. My recommendation is they're so bad that we use the quantity that the rolls come in instead of taking a chainsaw and cutting the rolls off and wasting $10,000 worth of material. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to drive 4 or 7, but I don't even know if this is gonna fix them. It's gonna, I mean, I don't know if it's enough.
It'll,
It's gonna fix the ones we're gonna do, but it's not gonna fix the entire road. I should say, how I should state it. And we do have the money for this from the FEMA money that we have on hand. So with the,
So you're
with the addition,
209,000 or 200?
238,334.50. That'll get us 15-foot wide on the narrow ones and give you a 15-foot center, because those were just the ones that needed the center fixed.
Mhm.
And then the 24 footers will now be 28, because there's a 28 and a half. There's a 1.5 foot overlap for the fabric when you do it that way. So my motion would be,
So why would you have to cut the material off? Can't you just overlap it?
we could just lay it in there and waste it, you know. We'd have to
just-
fold it back.
I wouldn't
Either
want to
fold
cut
it,
it off. I'm
right.
I don't know if it's a waste. I mean, it's reinforcing what you're.
One lane, I guess, one of the sides, whichever side you pick to fold it on or lay it on. I would have had it spec'd at 15 feet if I'd have known.
And
um,
are these FEMA projects?
These are not FEMA projects, no.
But you're using FEMA funds for them?
We had the money that we moved over from all the years of administration to the highway tax.
All the extra years.
Yeah, when we consolidated all that, so we could fix, that's why we did it, was so we could fix some of these spots that needed attention. Or that was the intention why we did it, I should say. Either way, it's a lot of money. We can go back to the original
No.
and leave it, but I would
I would
say,
say,
recommend a fix
Do
that we can fix while we have the money
let's
to
make it
fix.
15 feet. And
Yeah.
I agree to fix while we can fix them.
that's the way,
We're spending this much money. Let's do it as right.
as right as we can.
The
Exactly.
other two people that were interested, Paulson and Lakeside Gravel, both of them ended up actually not quoting because of the amount of material involved to move.
Oh, okay.
But they both, I did call them both back since they had drawn. And I think Paul can vouch for this. This happened on South Minnewacan as well, that 89th Avenue. The fabric is just 15 feet now. Isn't that pretty accurate?
I'd make a motion to go ahead with the 238, 334.50.
second that motion.
Motion and a second to change the project over to the new quantities and the new lengths, widths, $238,334.50. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion carried.
Cole submitted another progressive estimate. I gave that to Commissioner, the chairman, to have him. We need a motion for Commissioner Gessner, Chairman Gessner, to sign that estimate.
So moved.
Second.
Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
I don't think, yeah, you don't need a roll call for this. It's just signing the forms.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And a motion to pay it, yes.
Oh, gotcha. Missed the end.
I don't think I said it.
Yeah. Motion still applies.
Second. Now you need a roll call.
Now need a roll call. Frith,
I,
Volk,
Aye.
Wilhelmie,
Aye.
Gessner.
Aye, motion carried.
And quickly on that, I checked with Lisa. I started to tell Commissioner Gessner before the meeting, and we have received our funding that we submitted for up till now for that 89th Avenue project. We just got the check for that. So that's good to know that we're doing things right there. Next on here is the STEP SMT 600 gallon road oil machine. We took quotes for that. STEP was the lowest quote in on that. We didn't actually call for bids. This is on Sourcewell. So this is a price that with the freight came in at $58,345. That's our crack sealing machine. We do have money available to make that purchase this year, and then we can remove that from our budget for 2026.
So this would replace the one that blew the top off?
Yes. And this actually has the electric burners on it, so you can preheat without having to go right to fire, which we never have had before. So that'll, right there alone, the safety is.
I'll make the motion to purchase that 600 gallon road oil machine at $58,345.
Have a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion to accept the quote for the 600-gallon road oil machine at $58,345. All in favor, say aye.
I,
Aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion carried.
Next, we had Johnson Excavating completed the culvert replacement on 8. So he had told us it'd be $11,000 and he completed the work. So I'd like a motion to pay him the $11,000.
so moved.
Second.
Motion and a second to pay Johnson Construction $11,000. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Frith,
I,
Bulk.
Aye.
Wilhelmie.
Aye.
Gessner.
Aye. Motion carried.
Next, I don't know if Paul shared with you guys, but I think he sent something to Candy so she could try to get it with your information for this. KLJ has submitted the construction engineering contracts for the 4 CRP projects. So we need a motion for the auditor and the chairman that will actually docu-sign these documents when they come from the state. These are the 4 projects from 2022.
That's those.
we can include all 4 of these in one motion.
That's those.
I'd move to approve the chairman and the auditor sign these as they come in.
Second.
Motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? These would be the 4 that were in the packet.
Right.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
I,
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried.
Next, I'd like to just get a motion to publish our mowing ad again. I don't know if you guys need me to read it out to you guys again. It's the same ad as last year. Just we have to switch the date to the 2025. And then obviously it'll be a different commissioner who made the motion, as chairman doesn't make motions.
So moved.
second.
Motion and a second to place the mowing ad in the paper. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried.
Once again, we're short a staff member, hopefully temporarily, as we navigate through this. In Webster, the blade operator, we are working through that as much as we can. We have one of our new hires. We sent him to the training at Camp Grafton. He's doing a good job. Gotten some compliments on his blading, which already. So trying to plug him up there as much as we can. That's all we can do at this point. It'll get a little tougher once we start mowing and things like that. But for now, that's what we're doing.
So this is the new guy that we hired on
For the road crew in Devil's Lake. Yep. And he went to the blade training. I sent 2 of the road crew guys from Devil's Lake, the 2 new hires. I sent them to the blade training. I'm trying to do more cross training of the staff so people aren't just blade men and aren't just highway. So yeah, we got one of them working up there doing that, trying to keep that going so we can keep blading while we work through this situation.
well, at least it works out after getting the training, he gets to get the experience on the blade.
Yeah.
That was very good training. I know I just talked about that last time, but we got a lot of likes on that too from Facebook and stuff. There's a lot of love for that training, and the guys really enjoyed it. So hopefully we get to do that, take part in that again someday. I was going to speak with you guys just briefly about surplus sale. I know everybody's busy. Everybody's got a lot going on. I'm in for a surplus sale if we can work with somebody local again and do it online like last time. If it's not this year, maybe next year. I don't know. I know Candy's been through the ringer, so I don't want to put any more on anybody's plate, but got a lot of stuff I like to get rid of down there. Older stuff. Okay. Yeah, if you're okay with it,
Yep.
I'll run with it then. I'm fine with that. Sheriff's got anything you can add to that? That's fine too. It's just time to clean up. We're getting a new shed in there. I'd like to get that done. And then I just have one last thing. We have had some conversations started going back and forth. I've been over the water board meeting a few times. Paul shared in conversation at the last water board meeting from KLJ that on assessed drains, there are legal assessed drains. A lot of times there's money available when you're doing like culvert replacements or things of that nature. So on Ramsey County 10, that CREP project 3614002, that is a culvert replacement that washed out in the 2022 event year. So this is an assessed drain with Hamer Sullivan. So our local share of the $288,460.22 is $55,009.23. So I've asked to be placed on the water board agenda again for a couple things. This is one of them, to talk with them again to see if they'd be interested in or able to, not so much really interested, but able to help with the local share funds portion of this, of that $55,000. In our own culvert policy, it states we assume the responsibility for all 36-inch culverts. These are bigger than 36-inch culverts, but this is also an assessed drain. So I don't know if we want to pursue that. I can visit with them more on this and see where they're at, or if we just want to take care of this ourselves.
It'd be worth a conversation. I think just,
Right. Moving forward, once we figure something out, if we figure something out, maybe we, get Daniel or somebody to give us an actual agreement. So when we come to these assessed drains next time, there's always going to be a next time. Might as well work through the first time to get to the next time.
Isn't there a 40-60 split on an
On
assessment?
new,
On new,
and that's in the policy,
right?
Commissioner. Yeah, that's in there, but that's on new, and obviously this is an existing, and it goes through our county road, but it is an assessed drain that creates revenue. So
Well,
kind of.
kind of. You got a couple red flags against us already. One, we already pay for everything over 36 inches, and then two, it's a county road.
Exactly.
So
That's why I didn't know if you guys even wanted me to follow up with it some more, but we'll have another conversation at the next water board meeting. Just keep you guys in the loop on that.
on the surplus sale,
Yes.
I think it would be maybe appropriate if you give us a list of that so we can declare it surplus.
Sure. Yep. We'll get to that.
Okay.
I would have done that knowing if we were going to do it or not. But yeah, that's fair. Yes. Anything else for me? At the next meeting, I'll bring back updates on the soft spots and that culvert that's going to be put in and all that. I have to call them and tell them we're moving on with it or how we're doing it. So
Okay.
I'll have all that for you guys next meeting.
anything else for Jason? Thank you, Jason.
Thank you guys.
Can we do the lease for the abstract office in 6 minutes? We should be able to. Okay, let's knock that out then before the hearing starts.
So I have received, as well as I believe Commissioner Wilhelmi and Commissioner Frith, correspondence from the abstract office. It appears that there's a substantial agreement to the proposed lease agreement that we've presented to them. Some alterations to the walls within the office, which I don't believe are going to be a large issue for the county or the commissioners, but there is some small negotiations that need to be done, just figuring out what exactly they want to be removed from those interior walls that were built a few years ago now. I'm not sure quite when that was. But they're not load-bearing walls. They're more just for privacy within the individual offices. Of particular note is they did request that because they did not receive the the lease agreement offer until late July, that the October 1st deadline be pushed back. I'm particularly not in favor of doing that, as they've been on notice since May that this is kind of the plan moving forward. So it's not as if they're caught up by surprise or caught off guard by that. But that is ultimately up to the commission. They're asking for November 1st. But certainly there's no surprise or substantial compliance on some other date or some disadvantage to them other than continued claims by Miss Larson that's not enough time for them to get everything done between theoretically, if they signed the lease agreement now versus on September 1st, the date that they've been told since that motion was made here in May hasn't really changed. But with some small alterations to the lease agreement, specifically about what specific walls may come down, I would recommend that the commission sign the lease agreement with the abstract office and maintain the October 1st date. But if ultimately you decide to give them more time till November 1st, I can alter that lease agreement at that time as well.
Thoughts of the commission?
I agree with Daniel. I think we just move forward on this.
They've
We've been dragging.
they've had access to be able to go in there and do their measuring, figuring things out this entire time. So I guess I would.
Let's give them a key and provide them access so they can start their
I think they
their
have a key.
process. And okay,
They've had that key
Okay.
and they've,
Good.
per Miss Larson, they've
Yeah.
been in, they've measured, they have
Okay.
ideas of what they want to do. So then I would ask for a motion to have Commissioner Gesner, and I believe we'll have the auditor signatory on there as well, just for record keeping purposes. Sign sign the lease agreement with the abstract office.
so moved.
Well, with the addition of the specific walls that will come down before entry. But that would be my request today.
I second that.
And the county is removing the walls. Or they're removing the walls.
Well, that is their request that the county remove the walls.
Yeah,
They're not.
I just wanted to make. I didn't think it was going to be an issue. I just wanted to make sure that we got that.
Yeah, very clear. I think that's reasonable. That shouldn't be a huge issue.
Okay.
Our groundskeeper may disagree, but they're not load bearing, so it shouldn't be a huge issue taking them out. So with that amendment, that would be my request to the commission.
Any other comments or questions?
I would amend my agenda or motion to include that
Yes.
recommendation.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. With that, we will, do I need a motion to suspend the meeting?
Yes, please.
Okay. Motion to suspend the regular commission meeting and start the snag and clear hearing.
Make that motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. About right on time, so we'll open the snag and clear hearing in Newbury Township. John, you want to start us off or?
Good evening. So the Ramsey County Water Board received a petition from some landowners in Newbury Township requesting some cleanage on a natural waterway. We accepted the petition and then hired KLJ to do the study to determine the benefited area according to the path that they asked for. Once we had that, we took and put out for a bid for the dirt work. And it was determined that it fit within the scope of the snag and clear. So then we took and brought it to the public meeting. So as of right now, if you want any more information on the specs and how things were determined, I would defer that to Paul from KLJ. But once we've heard testimony for and against, the water board has not voted on this, and we do have a quorum here also. So I would have Candy take and do a roll call vote for the water board too.
Okay.
Any questions for me on this?
That's okay with you?
Fine with me.
Okay.
It's a posted hearing. The water board is here. I believe that was the plan, was for you
Yeah.
to kind of hold your.
We're required to have a quorum also.
Right.
Oh,
Yep.
Okay.
We just had not voted on to accept or to go forward with the project or not yet.
So I guess Candy, is that the map we need to look at? That's it? Okay.
Yep.
Paul said it's okay. Any questions for John? Well, Paul, if you want to come up and give an overview.
So there's a copy of the line work in your handouts there that shows like where the clean out would be. Was roughly matches what the petition included that was brought to the water board. It roughly goes from northwest corner over to the southeast corner of the outlined area on the map there. The area that's outlined in blue and shaded in the middle that drains into that drain before it exits into the lot and coulee. That area was generated from the International Water Institute LiDAR viewer. It's a publicly available tool, and we found it to be pretty accurate. We use it for drainage analysis all the time, and it seems like it's right on in this one. Had one landowner call with some questions on drainage and looking at the contours that are also available on your parcel viewer. It looked like it drained where it was supposed to, so no concerns there. Then we also did intersect that with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife easements, and that's also shown on the last page of your handouts there. Those are highlighted in green. Those will be assessed at 50%. And the acreage is just assessed at 50 cents an acre for cleanouts. And since this one, since it does include, like that last cleanout had areas that were assessed that weren't having cleanout work done within them. This one is much more, the area benefit is actually benefiting from the cleanout. I think this one is everything that drains from within the blue area goes out to the lot and coulee through the cleanout.
Okay. Any questions for Paul? Okay. Thank you, Paul.
Right, thanks.
Oh, whoever wants to speak and raise your hand and come to the podium. Any public comment? Any public comment? Any public comment? Yep, go ahead. Come up to the podium, please.
I guess the real purpose of this is this year, and I know it's all across the county. The roads are really showing the damage that all this water's causing.
I'm sorry. Can you identify who you are?
Oh, sorry,
Yeah, that's fine.
Shane Isis.
Okay,
Thank you. The real purpose of this is, as I talked to the water board, there's a lot of areas. 4 and 7 are two major county roads, were probably the biggest disaster they've ever been, and a lot of it's getting caused off this water pressure. So the whole purpose of this is to get this water off of multiple spots in the township, the county roads, and just get the water back to where it goes after it overflows on us. It's stuck there the way it is. I guess that's the whole general purpose of this project.
Okay. Any questions for Shane? Thank you. Anyone else? Yep, come on up.
Yeah, see, my name is Rod Fruggy. I just own a quarter of land that's part of this. It looks like part of this project. I'm just kind of wondering if are you guys going to go over a little overview or what? I mean, all I got was this little card in the mail, And where's the beginning of this, and where's it end, and where's all the water going to end up? That's what I'd like to know.
Okay. John or Paul, do you got?
Yeah, so the handout has on the second page there, it has it's kind of light line work there, but that's where the clean out would happen. Basically goes from, like I said earlier, the northwest corner of this area over to the southeast. That's where that's where they got the estimates for. Yeah, it goes just to, let's see. Yep. Okay, yeah, ends in section 34. But it starts in section 16. That's what the petition has. Yeah. Oh, you can zoom in on that a little bit, in the northwest corner there. So, starting at the southeast end. Yeah. Northwest corner. Is that part? I see the southeast is the northwest corner. Well, the clean out, I think, stops in the southwest there, but it drains into it. Oh. Yeah, so the clean out stops. I think the petition had it stopping at the line there, but it does go into that little slough in the northwest corner of the southwest, right by our cursor there. No, but that area drains into that channel. So and that's how all these are. The benefit area is everything that drains into the channel, whether it's touching it or not.
Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions? Thank you, Paul.
Yep.
Questions or comments? Okay, come on up.
One more question. Garland Hoisted, farmed out in DeGroat when it was still farmable. But I see 57 postcard mailed out to landowners impacted by assessment. There's no postcards sent out to people that are going to be impacted by the water. As the Lawton Cooley drain here a couple months ago, your water board manager stated that everybody's water goes somewhere. Apparently doesn't know the concept of a closed basin. Water doesn't, not everybody's water goes somewhere. It's in the basin, stays in the basin. And if you relocate it, you impact somebody else. And usually it's an adverse impact. You say that it will improve township roads, agricultural land. It doesn't do that in our area. It impacts our roads to the negative. You're just transferring the problem.
Oh.
Thanks, Garland.
Any other comments?
Bob Schneider, and I live right on number 4 where this goes across the road and comes all through our land. And that's the best part of number 4 is right where it crosses. So it's not affecting the road at all, the water.
Okay.
And the end of the coulee along number 3 cannot handle the water when it comes that fast. So it just all backs up on all our land all the way through there.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? Any other questions or comments? Any other questions or comments? Anything from the commissioners?
Jason, yeah, can you verify this claim about the water not impacting the road where it crosses there? Do you have any? Well, I don't frequent that area, so I'm.
Yeah, actually, where the Schneider Slough, as we call it, where Robert's talking about, is actually a very solid part of the road. None of the soft spots we have targeted are for there. But if you zoom out to that one, the south end, that first soft spot starts right after that big, as we call it, that big. You see the on 24 there, Candy, right there. So the first one is right on the hill, just south of that. That's a 1,400-foot soft spot south, coming down towards number 7, and they're all between that water and 7. That's where all the soft spots are that we're fixing, that we just voted on tonight to fix. So we're south of that drain. Now, as far as it coming through Ramsey County 3, that is a concern of mine as well. After he brings it up, and put the thought into where this thing's going. But we do have flooding problems there in the spring with the runoff the way it is. We're talking south of 8. So if you guys are familiar with the Webster Road, that road goes under quite often, Paul, as you guys know, in the spring. So I don't know if, or Paul, that's where it drains through, correct? Yeah. So that would be the crossing. Now, is it just going to come faster and then run off and not be a problem? Nobody knows that. But that is definitely where it crosses.
Okay. That's your question.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Question for Paul or John. In your estimation, does this add any additional water to that watershed? I think I know the answer, but
Yeah, the idea of the stake and clears is that it's restoring the flow of the smooth flow. It's not changing the drainage area.
and you're not deepening or widening the waterway in any way, shape, or form.
Well, they're cleaning out cattails and stuff like that,
Well,
so they're restoring it.
the
They're not
sedimentation.
right. They're cleaning out stuff that's settling over time due to lack of maintenance. It's a way to collect taxes on the benefited area to do the maintenance that's needed on the channel. It doesn't change. The drainage area stays the same. It's still the same water getting there. It's just able to get there in a smoother fashion and maybe not overtop some of those roads in between.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
And the other question that I'd have would be for, yeah, absolutely, because my next question was for you.
So when Mr. Isaac first brought this to the water board, his whole concept was that when this water comes down the Lawton Coulee in the spring, it backs into this particular channel, and with the sediment buildup, it can't get back out as the coulee goes down. So I would say no, according to how it was presented to the water board, that it's not adding more water. It's just allowing the water that backs in to get back out. That was the way it was presented to us.
The next question that I'd have for you is the financing of, with the small number of landowners involved in this and the number of assessments that you plan on assessing. Estimation would be an additional 5 years on top of the original 5 years. Is that right?
Correct, because the water board is required to only take out a loan for 5 years.
Correct.
And it would not be able to be paid off in 5 years. So it would be 4 years payable with a balloon at the 5th, then take out a new loan until the assessment's paid off.
Any other questions, comments? Yes. You want to come up and speak into the mic?
Just to clarify the part, we're talking about the water going out faster and causing problems for 3. But just to clarify, when we do this, the water's also backing up more. Is it true that it's going to give the water more freedom both ways to relieve and go out once it's just cleaned? It's going to let the water be smoother. So it's not necessarily just adding a rush, because when we back up, the water's going to be able to back up smoother and flow also.
That makes sense. I guess I didn't look real close at the contours to see to verify whether the petitioners claim that it backs up into there and doesn't get back out. I guess I didn't look at it real close. Right. Sure. Yeah, that theory seems sound. Yeah. Yeah, but and
It's just not going to set
there. Right.
And the culverts through County 3 County 3 south of 8, they are not sized appropriately. They are undersized. It has overtopped quite a few times. But this doesn't affect that, in my opinion.
Okay.
It doesn't change the fact that they were undersized in the first place.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the county did actually slip line those and put smooth wall pipes through there, which actually made the diameter slightly smaller, but actually improved the flow.
Okay.
A number of years ago, Kevin had put those. They put those socks through them and blew them up and cured them. I can't remember what which company did that, but it was Subsurface Inc. I think it was. Came out and did that.
Okay.
So they've made improvements, but yeah, it definitely could use something bigger there at some point.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? Anything else from the commission?
Did the water board approve the resolution of necessity to move ahead with this?
No. Made a motion to bring it to the commission for a public meeting.
Okay.
So is that what you were talking about when you said you're going to have a vote with you guys also? That's what you were talking about? Okay.
Before the commission votes on it, I would ask that we take a vote of the water board. I doubt, or I don't believe that the distinction between who went first is going to be what makes or breaks the assessment, but this statute does specifically state the water board must approve the project, and then by a vote of 2/3 of the county commission, it must be approved. So I would say we should take their vote first and establish that before the commission votes on it.
So is there any other comments? So I guess, John, if you want to, do I have to do that or does John have to do it?
I guess you could take a vote of the water board.
Okay.
Since we're kind of hybriding this hearing.
Okay.
Would we need a motion?
Yeah, we'll need a motion.
Yes. Yeah. So if you want to come up and make that motion, or have one of your board members make that motion so that we can do that the proper way, but I would recommend that you take that vote first. So if we're prepared to do that, I guess that's where we're at this point.
I'll see. So there's no other comments. If there's a water board members that would make the motion and second it. Randy Shimnick. Dwayne.
And can we get who the water board members are that are present here today so that we can have that for informational purposes?
Well, let's be okay.
Okay. And how many members do you usually have? 3 members?
Right.
How many members total do you? 5. Okay.
So water board members, you and Dwayne and Randy.
Mhm.
Okay, roll call, please.
I'll write it down first. I might say somebody's name that's not. Okay, Randy, Dwayne, okay, and John.
Seeing how we've got the 3 out of the 5 that meets the threshold, so I guess it's now up to the county.
I'd go ahead and make the motion to approve the resolution of necessity for the Snag and Clear project.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Motion and a second to approve say that again, Jeff.
The resolution.
Resolution of necessity. Any other discussion? Oh,
Roll call.
Hmm.
Not roll call.
roll call, please.
Frith,
Aye.
Bulk,
Aye.
Wilhelmie,
Aye.
Gessner.
Nay. Motion carries. So we need a motion to close the hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second to close the hearing. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. Suppose we need a motion to open the commission meeting again. Or can I just open it?
You could just open it.
Okay. We will resume the commission meeting. In the old business, we had added home rule. Jeff, you want to take?
Yeah, so under the, after the August 5th meeting, looking at the home rule statute and having a discussion with our legal counsel, it was determined that the board, meaning us commissioners, shall appoint a chairman of the home rule committee.
Oh, okay.
And so I had asked for committee members if they'd be interested, and Adam Lightbon indicated that he would be willing to take that chairman role on. So I would go ahead and move the appointment of Adam Lightbon as chairman of the Home Rule Charter Committee.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion and a second to appoint Adam Lipon as chairman of the Home Rule Committee. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried.
The other item on the Century Code regarding home rule was compensation, and something that the is left up to the county commission to approve, and I would recommend a stipend of $50 per meeting plus mileage to attend the home rule committee meetings.
Is there a second?
Second. That was a motion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Recommendation,
Okay.
motion.
Motion and second. Any discussion? Candy?
Andy?
So is that for everybody on the board?
Those non-county employees, I guess.
How about if we,
Like, skip the mileage and
Do a flat rate of.
Yeah.
Okay,
then it would just be,
clean.
I don't have to worry about travel vouchers. It would just
Gotcha.
be,
Okay.
I attended a meeting.
Would it be better than to increase the stipend? I would think
Mhm.
75 or because I know Corey and Jamie are coming from quite a distance.
Mhm.
Not sure where Brandon lives, but
I believe he lives here in town.
He lives in here in town.
Yep.
okay. But regardless, I think that would be a fair.
Okay, we have an amendment to the motion. Is there a second?
Oh, second.
Any other discussion? Well, technically, we're supposed to vote on the amendment. We just vote on the
He amended his motion.
Yeah.
same guy did it. Okay. All in favor, say aye.
I
Aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. Anything else on home rule?
I will be in touch with Adam Lightbon, and I said that he would can schedule meetings.
Okay.
I know with harvest going on, it's going to be kind of hit and miss. I know early mornings would be acceptable, I think, to most, and early evening would be beneficial, I think, but
Okay.
leave that to Adam to schedule those.
Okay.
And since we're talking about it, so any expenses incurred by the charter commission can be reimbursed by the county. I think that that would be more of a conversation between the committee and commissioners as they start meeting, as they start to think about what they are wanting to do in order to investigate the potential changes and how they would want to go about that investigation. But just on the general list is office space, clerical help supplies, legal or other assistance. A lot of that we can provide here in the courthouse for them to utilize if they so choose. But that is really not something we'll discuss here or finalize here today. I just wanted you to be aware that that may be something they ask for, or they may come with some request for funds to do something down the road.
Okay.
And they will be required to follow open
Yes.
rules, regulations. And so all the meetings will be public and publicized in advance. So
Okay. Anything else on home rule?
I have nothing.
Any questions, other commissioners? New business discussion on the opioid litigation. In your packet for that, or the information for that was in the packet.
That was a long, complicated document.
Yes, it was.
Sure, you all enjoyed reading. Of particular note is the subdivision participation and release form, Exhibit K, that is pages 4 through 7. At the end of the document provided, I know that this isn't the first opioid settlement agreement that the county's entered into, probably here in the last few years that you've all been a part of as a vote. Nothing has changed in this situation. This is essentially just a release of specifically this case as it relates to the Sackler family in Purdue as potential defendants in any lawsuits related to the opioid epidemic that we're all very aware of at this point. There's no real guarantee of dollar amounts. This is more of how much we get is dependent on how much of North Dakota decides to participate in the settlement agreement, which is why the AG's office encourages everybody to participate to the fullest extent so that we're not limited based on some counties' decision not to participate because they don't like Purdue or something else that may prevent them from making that decision. As I've said previously, I don't think Ramsey County is really looking to sue Purdue individually or pursue any legal action in our own individual capacity. So in order to receive any benefit from any settlement agreements that Purdue and the Sackler family do agree to on a national level, I definitely recommend that we enter into this agreement and release Purdue and the Sackler family from any lawsuits that we may now or should have reasonable anticipation of in the future. That would require a vote of the chair, Commissioner Gesner, and once that is signed, I will get that sent off to the appropriate parties, and this specific settlement will be done as far as our piece is concerned. There's one more settlement that's out there that that I have not received any additional information on at this point.
Okay. Any other discussion amongst commissioners?
I would make a motion that the chairman sign the appropriate paperwork for the Purdue settlement.
Is there a motion? There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. Visitors and delegations, the only ones left is the sheriff. You got anything for us today, Sheriff? Okay. Any announcements from the members?
Law Enforcement Center meets tomorrow morning, 8:00. Anybody's interested?
I got invited to come down next Tuesday.
Oh.
Share current projects, best projects, things like that.
Cool. Anything? Yeah. Anything else from the other commissioners?
I have nothing.
Seeing nothing, meeting adjourned.
You know anything about this go rail shit? What? This go rail.
I got that same one.
You did. Yeah, basically
Hopefully
just,
earlier.
just saying that they want to